Hello everyone, welcome back to Current Economy and Investment Insights, and I'm with Paul Munichel with Ameriprise Financial. I'm Ron Jankowski with Channel 4 in Palos Heights, and today is October 5th, 2020. Paul's going to give us an update of what took place and lots of information, and I'm going to bring up what Ameriprise has shared with us, what has happened this morning, Paul.
Thanks, Ron. Today we're going to talk about the rebound in economic activity. And even though it's been a bit encouraging, we do face some further headwinds. So let's dive into that topic. Last week, the Commerce Department offered its third and final short cycle revision to its Q2 real GDP figures. Commerce now sees economic activity as having contracted at 31.4% quarter over quarter. That's an annualized rate in the period. Though easily the largest single quarter decline in U.S. history, the revised figure was a slight improvement over the prior estimate of a 31.7% drop, as well as short of the projections that prevailed at the end of the second quarter. In June, we had forecast 2020 full-year decline of U.S. real GDP of 5.8%. For its part, the International Monetary Fund at the time was projecting U.S. activity to be down by 8% this year. Over the last few months, however, most aspects of economic activity have shown better than expected recovery. Measures covering manufacturing output, employment, business investments, housing, and other sectors have shown encouraging rebounds. Last week, Commerce also reported a third straight better than expected gain in consumer spending, that being for the month of August. As a result of all these factors, we now see the U.S. real GDP as on track to decline this year by about 3.8%. Our forecast does not only rely on additional fiscal stimulus, but the passage of such would certainly offer a welcome intermediate-term boost. Further progress in economic recovery is also likely to be harder to come by in the months ahead, in our view. Finally, the hospitality and leisure sector of the economy remains under significant pressure, as many of the businesses operating in the space remain either closed or under significant capacity constraints due to virus conditions and the resulting threat to human health. In 2019, the sector accounted for 4.2% of the U.S. economic activity and a larger share of the employment. Unfortunately, the sector is likely to see a modest recovery gain until virus conditions improve materially via a widely accepted and distributed either vaccine, effective treatment, or simply reduced virility of the disease itself. Hopefully, we'll see a combination of all three.
Okay, thanks, Paul. And Ameriprise gave us this information as of this morning. I'm going to read it. Domestic equities are advancing this morning with S&P 500 and NASDAQ and Dow futures all higher by at least 0.5%. That's a good sign.
It's a good start for the week.
Yeah, it sure is. Stocks in Europe and Asia rallied overnight, with energy stocks leading the gains. And WTI crude oil is rebounding this morning after prices slumped more than 4% on Friday. And I noticed at the gas pumps, they did change a little over the weekend. Some did.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big drop on Friday, and it takes time for that drop to come in to the gas pump prices. Yeah. So what you're seeing last week is a result from much earlier previously.
And the last thing is Bristol Myers Squibb will buy MyoKardia for $13 billion to bolster its portfolio of heart disease treatments. And all these are year-to-date percentages, Paul. S&P 500 is a +5. Dow Jones is a -1. And the NASDAQ is a +24%.
Yep, that NASDAQ continues to outperform the other major indexes pretty significantly. And we're getting closer and closer to that Dow going positive on the year. Hopefully by next week's show, it might be there.
It might be there, exactly. Okay, well, for Paul Municle is going to be giving us your money, a great topic. It's going to be talking about Social Security debunking 5 myths. And well, let's hear what Paul has to say. Stay with us. We will be right back with that information. And thank you for staying with us. We're back with Your Money. Paul has got an interesting topic, as he usually has, debunking some 5 myths of Social Security. Paul, I'll let you go with that.
All right, let's begin. I'm definitely not a Social Security expert, but I'm going to go over 5 general myths that people seem to have when it comes to that, and try and work our way through it. So let's go ahead and begin. Social Security is likely to play an integral role in your retirement income plan, yet too many people aren't as familiar with the complexities of the program as they should be. There are a number of false perceptions about what to expect when the time comes to start collecting benefits. So we're going to go over those 5 common myths and work through them right now. Myth number 1, I have to start collecting Social Security at age 62. The reality is that you can begin collecting at any point between your 62nd birthday and your 70th birthday. The earlier you start, the lower your monthly benefit will be, but you are free to select any time within that 8-year window to turn on the Social Security spigot. Myth number 2, if I collect with lower benefits at age 62, I'll see a step up in my benefit when I reach full retirement age. This is not true. Depending on your year of birth, full retirement age as defined by Social Security is between ages 66 and 67. The benefit you are estimated to receive at full retirement age is the basis for determining how much higher or lower your monthly benefit will be depending on the actual age, again between age 62 and 70 for that you begin to collect. If you start at age 62, for example, your benefit will be approximately 25% lower than it would be at full retirement age. Benefits will remain reduced throughout your lifetime. Myth number 3, if I'm divorced, I can't collect a spousal benefit. In many cases, a divorced spouse can collect benefits based on the earnings of an ex-spouse. If you are 62 or older, but were married to that spouse for at least 10 years, you can claim a spousal benefit if it would be higher than your own. If you remarry, you are no longer eligible to claim a spousal benefit based on your ex-spouse's earnings. Myth number 4, I'll pay more into Social Security than I'll get out of it. This is only true if you live a short life in retirement. It is one of the potential trade-offs for having the security of a reliable source of inflation-adjusted income throughout your life, no matter how long you live. What's more, the longer you collect, the more likely it is that you'll receive more benefits than you paid in. If you are the highest earning spouse in your marriage and pass away first, your spouse will continue to collect your benefit instead of their own throughout the rest of their life in most situations. And finally, myth number 5, Social Security is going bankrupt. We can go on and on about this one on both sides, but let's go with just some general information today. This common phrase is not about the entire program, but about what is known as a Social Security Trust Fund. The trust fund has grown over the life of Social Security until recently. This is a reserve amount representing the excess of Social Security taxes collected each year that did not need to be paid out in current benefits. Until recently, the trust fund was growing, but now it's beginning to draw down. Projections suggest it may be depleted by the year 2035, but Social Security itself will not go bankrupt. Under existing tax structures, billions of dollars continue to come into the program each year to fund ongoing benefits. Congress may also take action to strengthen the trust fund.
There's always conversations and comments made by certain people about Social Security is going to be wiped out in a few years, and I think one time it was like into 2025 or whatever it was, and now it's 2035, and you know that's not going to happen. But I feel confident that that's not going to happen.
It's a hot political topic that comes
They're
up
going to fund
by
it
senators.
one way or another.
They try to scare you and
Yep.
into voting, which make your own opinion on that. But
Yes.
yeah, there's a lot of different angles to this Social Security story, especially that last topic about going bankrupt. And
Yep.
again, I just gave a general piece, but there's a lot more to it.
Yes, there is. We'll hear more, I'm sure, and we'll probably hear more after election and so on. So, Paul, anything else you want to add to it? It was a good topic and good report as of this morning.
Yep, just to anyone at home, if you've got any questions or concerns about your financial plan, give me a call. My phone number directly is 708-226-3412.
Okay, thanks, Paul. For Paul Minical with Ameriprise Financial, myself, Ron Jankowski with Channel 4 Pale Sites, we wish you good investment day.